insomnia is a big problem for myself. The right quality of sleep. I'd sleep very, very poorly, and so I wake up in the day feeling quite exhausted.
I find my depression affects my sleep in two ways. I can either sleep for only about 4 or 5 hours a night, and even though I'm tired, I can't get back to sleep. I then find I'm rolling, tossing and turning. I get up, and I'm still, it's not nice being awake at 5 o'clock in the morning when you've got nothing to do. But on the other hand, and I don't know why, sometimes I'll also sleep for a long time. In a deep depression, I can go 11, 12 hours full sleep, and when I get up, I'm still tired. It does affect my appetite. I don't really enjoy the food much, and I can't be bothered to cook, so I'll just have a bit of bread or a bit of toast. And I don't, to be honest, get that hungry. I don't eat properly. Because I'm not as hungry, and because I can't be, sounds awful, because I can't be bothered to cook, it's too much effort.
I love reading, and when I can't read a few chapters without losing my train of thought or forgetting what characters were, I know that there's some sort of trigger there, and that I might be on the slippery slope to becoming depressed again.
My depression badly affects my concentration. I can watch a really interesting half-an-hour comedy programme, which I really enjoy, and then can't remember a thing. It's as though, oh, is it over? I can't take anything in.
Yeah, concentration is a big problem for me. I mean, I am an avid reader, and on a bad day, I'm finding I'm having to go over pages 3 or 4 times. And concentration on cooking as well, even preparing a meal like a Sunday lunch. I can do it, but I get really wound up. I can't multitask, like the vegetables ready or the potato, it's just difficult for me, very difficult.
Depression certainly affects my enjoyment of life. I don't feel any happiness, pleasure. I could look at a really good rugby match, for instance, or a really good football match, maybe on telly or on TV. I particularly enjoy rugby, and it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't feel anything. And it might sound strange, but even the sunshine, I've been depressed in summer months, and I've literally not felt the warmth. I know it's been light, but when you go out on a nice day and you feel, oh, this is a nice warm breeze, it just doesn't register.
I mean, I used to be an avid cyclist, and I would think nothing of doing sponsored charity events, cycling from Liverpool to Scarborough non-stop, because there's a very competitive sort of bloke. And now there's days when I can barely, get out of bed. I mean, I still do cycle, but not to that degree.
One that I didn't realise was a symptom of depression is the posh word is my libido disappeared. When I was still quite young, and at the time I was in my late 20s, and I found I had no sex drive, which didn't bother me too much at the beginning, but then I happened to go out with a young lady and I found that I had no manly urges, shall we say. There was no sexual interest at all, which I thought, again, perhaps I was just a bit tired, but gradually over a few weeks it became a bit of a problem to myself, and I thought I was not a man anymore. I think that's not talked about a lot, because it's not the manly thing to do,
For myself, when I'm depressed, I withdraw. So hobbies for me, walking, playing sports, football, tennis, recently badminton, and because I withdraw, that's something that I no longer participate in, which only exacerbates the depression.
Yeah.
There have been very bad times when I've been depressed, particularly in the early days when I denied having it, denied to myself, and I found I got more and more withdrawn. I wasn't working at the time. I couldn't work. I was feeling nothing, weeks and weeks on end, and it really did go on a downward trend. I couldn't see any way out of it. I wanted to be better. I wanted to feel a bit better. I didn't ask for too much help. Looking back on it, I think I was too stubborn and proud. And things got so bad that I wanted the pain to stop. I felt the only thing I could do was actually take my own life. To this day, I don't know whether I wanted to die. I wanted to stop the pain. And I was actually, I remember those very dark thoughts. But I hope if anyone does feel depression, they don't get as far as I did. And that actually keeps me going now, because although I realise I will probably never be free of my depression, I don't want to get that bad again. So ironically, it did me a favour. But I find that that's a difficulty, that people say, oh, it's only depression. Yeah, it's a depression that kills if we